Hola a todos, me llamo Emanuel y por acá está mi amiga, Gwen. Hola a todos. That was so dumb shit. Sorry. They weren't supposed to be speaking in Spanish. He definitely doesn't look like an Emanuel, but I really like the names. Or maybe he's just Manny. Maybe he could stand for the Mexican side of me, and then she can stand for the American side of me. She's my friend. I have had people talk about that one personality quiz thing. It's called 16 personality. Guys, by the way, I know my acne looks really bad. I have stickers on my face, so if it's shiny, it's because I'm wearing a sticker so I can stop scratching my face. So that's why. So I'm gonna take the quiz. I don't know what that NFGWXY stands for. Like, I don't know any of that stuff. I did take a quiz a long time ago in school that was kind of like this, but not really. I got applesauce. I'll try not to read the questions. I'll just put it in later. That's what she said. But hopefully that made sense. I don't know. Let's start. But I'm taking out my phone, okay? So, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Disagree. I don't like social events. They give me anxiety. I used to have panic attacks in school and I'd run out, freaking out and crying in the bathroom. That was fun. Agree. Who doesn't? Like, who doesn't want to think about crazy shit? Travel plans are more likely to look like a rough idea. Okay, I don't like to travel. I know it's really in style to say you love to travel and you want to. Just kidding, I'm being a hater. I haven't seen anybody that says they don't like to travel, but I don't. I get homesick very quickly. So normally it is a rough list of ideas. I agree, because the only reason I'm traveling is because somebody else wanted to, and I'm just tagging along because they want me to go with them. We went to Oklahoma years ago, visit my mom's family so she can see them again, and the only reason I wasn't freaking out and homesick was because I brought my siblings. My siblings went with me, so they kind of are my home. So I kept telling them, like, if it wasn't for you guys, I would have been having a panic attack. God knew I wasn't supposed to be an only child. I would have never made it. Whether they like it or not, they're stuck with me, and I'm so grateful I have them. But anyways, you often think about what you should have said. Yes, I always think back of what I should have said, how I could have reacted better, and I try to make the correction so when it does happen, it won't go bad, or it will always go better. I don't know. If your friend is sad about something, I think, when I was in high school, I was kind of the counselor or the person people talk to about their problems, and my go-to was to give them advice, and I regret that so much because why not back them up emotionally? Like, a lot of people don't want you to tell them what to do. Helping them feel better, making them feel like it's okay to feel sad or whatever they're feeling, you know? Yeah, I agree with this completely. You really said you disagree. I can get upset really quickly, especially if you disrespect me for no reason, and I will never forget it. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start conversation. Blah. I just said conversation. Like, ew. I never start conversations. We're not surprised. Like, I won't talk to anybody. I hide. Unless they like say something interesting, you know? And talk to them about that. But don't ask me how the weather is. Kind of. If I'm in school, yes, so I agree. Priorities. If it's a list I made, I also agree. I'm very good at keeping with a list. Check marks. I live for the check marks. Disagree. I always worry about what people think of me, which is not good. Because, I don't know, what people think of me ends up being what I think of myself. And I need to stop doing that. But I'm gonna be honest in this quiz, so. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself. I kind of agree with this, because not because I'd get bored, but because I get lonely, like really lonely. I don't want to be alone with my thoughts. Like, I want to share them with one person or something, or that's why I have new friends behind me, you know? I can talk to them. Orientated. I think I am a detailed person. I used to be a waiter for like 2 years, and I got in trouble a lot for picking it. Like, oh, this is wrong because of this and this and that. So I agree with this in the middle, I guess. I don't know. Somebody do this quiz for me. You are very affectionate with people. Care about. Yes, but I'm not affectionate in like I hug you and I give you a kiss. Except Adios. Adios. This is all the kisses in the world. Adios is the cutest baby I've ever seen in my life. This turned into a whole cat thing. Where is he anyways? Yes, but okay, so I grew up in a family where it wasn't normal to like hug and kiss and be like, show any sort of like, you know, like we didn't do that shit. So we grew up not like that. So we're very affectionate in a way where like we give people attention, we hear them out. That's what I do, at least. I like to listen, and I care. I automatically care what people are going through. Like, I can't help it. Sometimes I'm like, dude, stop. Nobody cares about you, so you're gonna do that back to them. And then they say something, oh, I had a bad day today. And I'm like, don't do it, don't do it. I'm like, what happened? It's like, dude, no. Like, no one's gonna notice it. I think that's how I show it. And I also get people gifts that are kind of, like, meaningful. I make sure I'm detallista, you know? I don't know how to explain it. Like, very detailed. Like, my mom would look at something months ago at a store. Like, she wanted it, and then I'd get it for her. Kind of like that. So I'm gonna go with yes. You have a careful. Yes, I'm pretty cautious. You are still bothered by the mistakes you made. Yes. Because everything you do leads to your future. So that's very scary. That's probably why I have a hard time making decisions. Because I know everything's gonna it's gonna add up to something. The butterfly effect. Parties and similar events, you can be mostly farther away from her. Yes. I hide. Disagree completely. The way you feel about something is your reality, and I hate that people don't understand that. For example, let's say there's a piano in the middle of a room and everybody has to draw it. How you feel is the color you pick. So everybody's gonna have a different colored piano. And imagine the piano doesn't have a color. It's supposed to, but everybody, you know, you can't just say, oh, it's just a piano with no color. You can't tell everybody what color the piano should be. Everybody has their own emotions. They painted their color onto it. You can't tell them it's not real. It's their way. It's their color. I hate that people don't care. It's not the whole thing, you know? If you don't see people's emotions, you're not seeing their reality of things. You're missing the color. You're missing the point. And you're not understanding them. When looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing the catalog. Shoot. Yes, I put Netflix, I put trailers, and I'll just watch it for hours. Watching all the trailers because I can't pick a movie. Like, oh, that one looks good. Oh, that one looks good. And I end up being there like, oh, I just watched a bunch of movies. Kind of, not really. So I agree with that one completely. You can stay calm under a lot of pressure. I think I'm going to agree a little bit because I used to be in CNA. If somebody gets hurt, I can help them heal or whatever, and I want to, you know, clean them up and bandage, but I can stand assignments. Like, I get stressed out. If it has something to do with me, I get stressed out. Or like, so that's why I just put it there. I don't know exactly what they mean. When in a group of people you do not know you have the... No, I disagree completely. I can't jump into a conversation at all. I feel like I'm gonna interrupt them, and I have like no value to offer anybody. Like, I'm just so, like, I need to work on that. Like, I feel like I have nothing to offer anybody, and that's why nobody really would want to hear me out. So that's why I never jump into a conversation. I can listen and I care, so that's what I just offer, just listening to people talk. So I'm just staring there in the conversation. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre. Yes, I agree, but not in a good way. I have a lot of nightmares and scary things, but you know the thing I've noticed? Let me know if you guys are the same. My dreams are censored. I don't see private parts. I don't see people doing it. I don't see anything like that. I see kisses, like people can kiss, but they cannot do it in front of me, and they can't, no private parts, no nudity. Did I say it right? Yeah, I can't even say it. I censor myself. But Yeah, I can't, like, it's blurred if somebody's naked. It's weird. Is that normal? But I can see violence. Like, I see bad deaths. Like, scary deaths. In your opinion, it is sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life. Okay, okay, I'm just gonna answer this and then let me explain. I agree completely with this because some people deserve to be stepped on. If they step on you, if people step on you and make you feel like shit, step right back. Just get them out of there. Like, they deserve to be mistreated the same way they mistreated you. You know, that's the only way. Unless they're like a killer or a really bad person. But other than that, if they did that to you, you do it right back. I feel like it's justified. You are dedicated and focused on your goals. No, because I have no goals. But if I did, I probably would be. I love to plan. I like to make lists. If you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself. Yes, completely agree. In a social event, you rarely try to introduce yourself. Agree completely. Not talking to anybody. Usually lose interest in a discussion when it gets philosophical. Disagree. Who does that? You would never let yourself cry in front of others. I do let myself cry a little bit. I started getting more into it because like I was just having bad days. Like, I've had the worst years of my life recently. So I would burst and cry in front of people, but they didn't react properly. So I learned my lesson. I will stop showing my feelings with people that makes them uncomfortable, which is sad because crying is such a natural and healthy way to deal with sadness and anger and even happiness. It's natural and healthy, but people make it out to be this bad thing. Like, you're not allowed to do it. Like, people are more okay with showing that they smoke than that they cry. Like, that's so wrong. And, you know, it just sucks. But whatever. Feel more drawn to places with a... No, I disagree. I like quiet places. You like discussing... Yes. Agree. You guys watch Black Mirror? That part where they, like, download your memory or you into, like, a cloud where if you die, you're backed up and you can be in paradise for the rest of your eternity? That shit was cool. I wish that existed. That'd be so cool. We could eat, guys, and not care. We could all meet there. Mostly listen to your heart rather than your head. Agree, but I will adjust that. My heart is an idiot. It doesn't know what it's doing, so I will adjust it. You cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something. I agree, but I'm open to... I don't know, I'm just open to whatever it is. Like, I can't help believing in God, you know? I don't believe in, like, the Bible and, like, religion strongly like I used to when I was a kid, because I feel like it's controlling. But I can't help not believing in God and Mary. They helped me in my childhood. Usually prefer to get your revenge rather than forgive. Yes. I can't believe this question is here. This is exactly. Like, that's why I really liked Sasuke from Naruto. I feel like the only way I can forgive is if I can get my revenge, or if you can at least put yourself in a situation where you can feel exactly how I felt. I want your heart to crack the same way mine did so you can understand my reaction. And only then I can forgive you. I feel like that makes sense. It's a justification, exact justice. But it's probably unhealthy. Just another thing I need to work on. You often make decisions on a whim. Disagree. I think and think it's more interesting. Yes, because when I'm with people, I feel myself trying to convince them it's not boring to be with me, that I'm worth their time. So I spend all this energy trying to make them have fun just so they don't leave me. I deserve to be with them. And when I'm alone, I don't have to do all that. I can do just whatever I want. I won't feel like, you know, bad or guilty. So I agree with this. You often put special effort into interpreting the real meanings. Yes. You always know exactly what you want. Disagree. You rarely think back on the choices. Disagree. I always think back. Always. When in a public... Agree. I have, I'm claustrophobic. It's very specific though. I'm only claustrophobic. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I'm only claustrophobic if there's a lot of people in a small room. So in classes, I would sit right by the exit just in case somebody turned into a zombie. No, I'm just kidding. Just in case something happened, I could run out. Or airplanes. I hate airplanes just because it's like a container. It's contained and there's a lot of people in there, so I just start getting nervous. I don't like it. And it has a lot to do with a specific event when I was younger. So that's why I'm like that. Kind of agree. I need to stop thinking from the past and move forward. I'm understanding other disagree completely. Things aren't always what they seem. Actions don't explain everything. There's more to it. When starting to work on a project, you prefer to make as many decisions. Yes, I agree, because that way you know exactly what you're doing the whole time. When you know someone thinks highly of you, you may wonder. Yes, because when somebody thinks good of me, I'm like, okay, that's just gonna jinx it. Like, I'm just gonna do something bad, or I'm gonna mess it up. So I agree with that. So someone disagree. If I find someone interesting, I'm just gonna hide from them. You haven't drift away into daydreaming. I agree. I even act them out sometimes by accident, and someone will catch me and think I'm crazy. You look after yourself first. Disagree. I need to work on that. I have to stop putting people before me, because I lose myself and then I just become this person that just lives for the other person. Even when you have planned a particular daily routine. Depends. If it's on my list, I'm doing it. But lately I've been more on this side. Your mood can change very quickly. Oh, I mean, agree. Very quickly, yes. If somebody does some bullshit, it ruins my mood. For months, even. You often contemplate the reasons for human exist. Yes, agree. I used to, every time I'd meet a new person at my old job, I'd ask them, hey, what's the meaning of life to you? Because everybody has their own, and I just kind of wanted to see what kind of person they were. People would get weirded out. They're just like, whoa, 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 I don't even know you. Jeez, okay, fine. You often talk about your own feelings and emotions. Agree, yes. Again, it's your own reality, your emotions. I grew up writing very young. That's probably why I even know how to write, because I cared so much to learn. And I would write down how I felt about dumb shit, dumb little kid shit, but I wrote it down, and that made me very, like, accepting of emotions, I guess, because some people just want to be robots and not understand how they feel and how that makes a big difference in life. You have got detailed education. Disagree, but soon. Okay, I need to go back to school. You rarely dwell on your regrets. Disagree completely. I always dwell on my regrets. Spend time in a dynamic atmosphere with lots of people. I don't like being around a lot of people. See yourself as more of a realist than a visionary. I think I do, but I don't know. You find it easy to empathize with a person who's... Yeah, I agree. I would hear like podcasts at work about like inspirational stories or people surviving something, and I would be holding back tears because I'm like, oh my gosh, like that sucks, or oh, that's so cool. It's so embarrassing. I wish I cut down my feeling, like, and give it to somebody that's lacking it, and then we can be even, you know? Personal work style is closer to spontaneous. Disagree. I'm very consistent. I like to be consistent. I can do the same thing, the same routine over and over again, and I won't have a problem. Is that bad? I don't know. It's pretty boring. Your emotions control you more than you control them. At this point in time, I think I'm getting better at controlling them, but I'm still pretty, you know, a long, exhausting week. Why does that rhyme? Who would want to party to relieve themselves? Like, that's so weird. I feel like it's more work. Like, making a party, really? Frequently find yourself wondering. Yes, agree. You always consider how your actions might affect. Yes, I always do. I find myself trying to avoid offensive language. If, you know, in an interpersonal communications class, I learned about offensive language, where like I statements are good, and like avoiding you statements, like you did this, you have to avoid them. Just say, I felt unconsidered when this was done, instead of you didn't include me, because that makes them go in defensive mode. So that's what I think about, but it makes me really frustrated when I'm over here thinking of ways to talk to somebody clearly and not offensively, and they don't give a shit. Like, they're just talking to me rudely. calling me crazy, calling me, you know, just not listening and just like being rude for no reason. Like, it's not getting us anywhere, and that's just so annoying. You still honor the commitments you have made even if you have a change of heart. Just wait, I kind of agree, because I've made commitments to my 15-year-old self and I want to keep them even though I changed my mind. Like, I want to make her happy because nobody else did. So I want to make her proud because nobody else did. Nobody was there for her, whatever, you know. Really feel insecure? Disagree. See results. Mediator. I'm a mediator. 86% introverted. Great. I thought it went down. This tree shows energy. Nature. Start reading. Let's see, guys. Users are curious about the depths of human nature. They often make an effort to understand other people's true feelings. This can make them capable of great empathy. It can also enable them to communicate in ways that are sensitive, original, and quite moving. Let's see. Search of a calling. Meditators feel directness. Blah, blah, blah. Loyal to their values. Weaknesses, overly idealistic. You can take their idealism too far. People idolize a romantic partner. Yeah, I tend to idolize and like really cherish friends or people I'm in a relationship with, which I need to stop because that's dumb. That's just not right. Self-critical. Yeah, they can become so consumed by it that they neglect practical matters. Some people with their personality type often neglect eating or sleeping to pursue their passion. Situation. Conflict averse. Generally prefer to avoid conflict. That's definitely not me. I don't care if I have to make shit a big deal. If you did me wrong, you did me wrong, and I will say something. I will stand up for myself. That is a pact I made to my like younger self when adults would talk down at me, when men would, because I grew up in a sexist household. And I vowed that when I'm older and my voice is stronger and it matters more, I will always stand up for myself, no matter who's against me. I don't care how many people I have to be against. I will stand against it, even if it happens to somebody else. So I do not avoid conflict. That's stupid. Is there anything else? I want to know, like, what I should do as a job, you know? What should I do as a job? Tell me, please. Richly imaginative. Yeah, right. Service careers. Counseling. Social work. Psychology. Guys, should I go for psychology? That's so cool. Therapy. Massage therapy. We'd walk around Camp Snoopy for MOA, and I remember my siblings' feet really hurt, and I was just there rubbing everybody's feet. They smelled so bad. I started being smarter about it. Every time we'd go from like Stafer or somewhere that we walked a lot, I would iron everybody's socks and make them put it on, because the hotness would, you know, help. It was so much faster than massaging everybody's feet. So maybe I should be a massager, guys. Just kidding. I don't want to do that. Psychology sounds interesting. Social work, that's what I was going for. But then I freaking couldn't afford school. This was really useful. I'm a mediator. Mediator. Yeah. Is this a good one, guys? Please tell me. Is this the good one? Is it the bad one? It's the weak one, isn't it? It's probably the weak one. I don't know. If you're a mediator, whatever, please tell me. We will make a freaking team. And we will make the world a better place for introverts. And for mannequins, you know? So they can live their life. Okay, so I have to go. This video is already so freaking long. Tune in next time and we'll find out what Emmanuel and Gwen are. I wonder if they're mediators too. We'll find out. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.